Hello, this is I Do Damage, and welcome back to the channel. In this last Epoch video, I want to talk to you about the true power of chaos. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Glyph of Chaos, which is just one of many powerful glyphs that you can use when crafting in last Epoch. We got a really lucky roll with it, and I just want to share how awesome and how powerful this is when you're utilizing crafting, and make sure you don't ignore this specific glyph. Crafting in last Epoch is really interesting because it is more deterministic than other action RPGs in the genre. Other action RPGs, you're usually just fully dependent on the loot that drops, and hopefully it has the stats that you want on that item. Other action RPGs, you can maybe re-roll a certain affix and pull from a pool of other affixes. That's just entirely random, and you keep re-rolling it until you get the affix you're looking for. You have a lot more control in Last Epoch's crafting system. You can add on affixes, or some people call them modifiers, to the item. Every single item in Last Epoch can have a total of 4 affixes or 4 mod slots on them, 2 prefixes and 2 suffixes. Typically, the prefixes are offensive in nature and the suffixes are defensive in nature, although that's not always 100% true. You can collect these affix shards from drops, chests. You can also break down items in the game to pull shards off of them to put onto other items that you may want. Now, if you're going with this route, keep in mind there are 2 ways. There's the Rune of Shattering and the Rune of Removal. The Rune of Shattering will just shatter the item and take away a random number of affixes based on the affixes on that item. Now, if you're using a Rune of Removal, it will remove an affix and you'll get the equal amount of affix shards equivalent to the tier of that affix. So if you have a tier 5, tier 6 affix in there that's maybe rare that you want for your build, you can pull it off with the removal and you'll get that many affix shards in return. Whereas if you use the Rune of Shattering, you may only get 1 or 2 of those shards. That's the big difference between Rune of Removal and Rune of Shattering, but that's not what this video is about. Before we get too off focus here, let's go ahead and talk about crafting using the Glyph of Chaos. As I mentioned, the Glyph of Chaos is just one tool that you can use in crafting. Crafting has a pretty intricate and in-depth system in Last Epoch, and if you want a full guide video about everything about crafting, I do have one for you to check out. After this video, it'll be down in the description, or you can click on the card up top as well. But I really had an awesome craft in last weekend's stream. It was a low-level item, but it was this bow right here, Ranger's Blighted Salvaged Bow of Wounds and Stillness. Now that's a mouthful. So the build that I'm running on this character that I found this bow is a Poison Marksman Rogue build. So of course we want poison, poison chance, damage over time. You can also, there's a way you can convert bleed into poison. But what I want to show in this video is this bow right here. It has damage over time, bow damage, bleed hit on chance, and stun chance. Now, if that stun chance was bleed chance, this bow would be pretty good, actually. This would be pretty much all 4. The only thing that would be better, maybe, is instead of bow damage, we could get poison damage. But I want to go ahead and show you what we pulled off here. Now, keep in mind, this bow is low level. It's a level 13 bow. It only has 19 bow damage, so it's not by any means the strongest bow or anything like that in the game, but I really just kind of wanted to show this craft and what you should be doing with those Glyphs of Chaos, and don't ignore them. You want to make sure you're utilizing them. So we popped the bow over into the forge. You know, you hit F to open up your forge, right? Pop it in there. You can see your affix shards here. Damage over time, bow damage, bleed, and stun. So we decided we're going to go ahead and put a Glyph of Chaos in there for that stun chance and see if we can roll the Venom suffix, which is going to give you poison chance. So we used it once right here. We got a critical success that gave us a free +1 to bow damage, which is awesome. I love it when that happens. But we got a health on kill tier 2. So when you use a Glyph of Chaos, what it does is it will roll a new affix that can roll in that slot. Not only that, but it'll also go up a tier. So if you're starting out at tier 1, you're going to have tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're only going to have 4 chances to get the affix you want through using this Glyph of Chaos. And hopefully you get it earlier on, and then you can switch over to your Glyph of Hope if you want to, that has a chance to use less or no forging potential. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Let's stay focused here. So we went ahead and used the Glyph of Chaos a second time, and we got it. We got chance to poison on hit, making my dream bow. It'd be nice if the bow was obviously higher level and exalted, so we could smash it into a unique item with some LP and, you know, craft a legendary. But for now, it's pretty good. Just ignore the tier 1s. Just pretend they're all tier 5s, and we got that exact affix, we were looking for that chance to poison on hit. Again, I know this is not the strongest bow in the game by any means, but I just really wanted to show the potential of a Glyph of Chaos and why you should be using it. Now, keep in mind, if there's an item, maybe you have, there's 4 on there, maybe there's 2 on there that you don't like that you wish you could change, you could use a Glyph of Chaos on other affixes as well, but you just got to remember, you're limited with the amount of forging potential on that item. Once you're out of forging potential, you can't craft on it anymore, so just kind of keep that in your mind as well when you're working on crafting. This happened on one of the streams last weekend. I want to go ahead and roll the clip for you here so you can see it all in action. I really wanted to try, we could throw this in here. And we have a couple options. We could either re-roll the stun chance with a chaos and hope that we get the venom, or we could do a rune of removal and hope to remove it. But we're going to go with this, and we're looking for venom. We got it. We got it. Oh, yes, and we got it up to tier 3. Yes! Yeah, that was it. That was the Glyph of Chaos. I just want to show you the true potential of this crafting mechanic. Hopefully you found this video useful and or entertaining. If so, don't forget that like button and subscribe to the channel for more action RPG videos. Best way to support me is to becoming a YouTube channel member today or leaving a super thanks on the video down below. Your review alone means the absolute world, as always. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.